Previously on Spenelli Speaks. Out with the old and in with the new. You, for the first time, have seen my brand new intro for 2021. Hi everyone, Danny here. Welcome back to my channel. I am going to be talking about some goals today. So if you are new here, stick around because you're going to be hearing about my 2021 goals, both bookish and a few personal. Now, last year I did this and I rewatched my 2020 goals video and I did make a few, but I broke a few too. So let's just quickly go over what those goals were. So in 2020, I wanted to read 100 books. Now, according to Goodreads, I smashed that out of the water. I read, I think it's like 125 or 127 books in 2020. Now, that is a remarkable feat for me, considering prior to joining BookTube, I maybe read 12 books a year. For one reason or another, basically just didn't have the ambition to do so. And I was in school sometimes, so the books that I was reading were very dense. So I'm very, very proud of that and am very happy that I was able to do so. Now, mid-year, I found audiobooks, which helped immensely because I am able to read through those every single day. So during the week, I typically don't read. I read all of my books usually on the weekend. So having those audiobooks in the middle of the week is really great. Plus, I'm able to get books that are newer. As you all know, I'm a thrift store buyer, so all of the books that I buy are typically from the thrift store, meaning some of them are not newer books. So I'm able to get those on audiobook, which is nice. The second goal that I had was to reorganize my guest room, which I did do. I'm very pleased with how it all turned out. I have all of my shelves in one room. It's awesome. I really love how this turned out. That being said, you will notice in my 2021 goals, I have another reorganization goal, so stay tuned for that. The third goal that I had was to join more like read-alongs or readathons or whatever that may be. And not only did I join some, but I actually led one. So if you remember, back in September and October, I, myself and Christy Lewis and a few other people hosted a Crime and Punishment read-along, which was insane and fantastic. And I am so excited to have done that. And stay tuned for next September and October because you may be seeing something from us again. The next goal that I had was to grow my channel, and at the time I was really excited if I could get 100 subscribers. As you can see, I definitely hit that goal. I am almost to 600 subscribers and I couldn't feel more blessed for all of you out there supporting me and my channel and just encouraging me to continue on this journey and to continue doing what I'm doing. So the thanks and the praise all goes up to you. So thank you so much for that. That is just, that's really just moved me so much. So thank you so much for that. Number 5 of my goals was to do a wedding series. Now, it didn't come to what I thought it would be because of COVID. I wasn't able to do as many things out and about as I would have liked. I had to do a lot by myself. I had to do a lot online, but I still got a little bit of a series out of that. So I'll link that in the cards above, but I had a beautiful wedding. It turned out just fine. You know, it was limited in what we could do and limited in the amount of people that could have been there. But all in all, I married my best friend. So that's the most important part. So goal achieved. Number 6 was to do a series for the series of unfortunate events. And if you remember in the summer, I was pretty spot on that. I was reading 1 or 2 books a month. I was vlogging my experience. And then my wedding happened and I wasn't reading anymore. Plus, I own most of the books, but I don't own the like very middle books. So I don't own like 7, 8, 9, and then I have 10, 11, 12. So, and 13. So it was kind of like, oh, I have to get this from the library. So I was making all these excuses. Needless to say, I did not complete the series, but I do plan on adding that in to my next goal. Then I had a personal goal, which at the beginning of 2020, I wanted to try more of that Whole30 diet ideal in my whole lifestyle, you know, taking out certain things for a better holistic life, and that failed miserably. I ended up actually gaining about 25 pounds in 2020, so I got my 2020 that needs to go. I feel awful about that. It kind of just like, boom, just happens, and you look back and you're like, when did that happen? And it's honestly, I mean, COVID was not friendly to any of us. We were ordering out more to like support local businesses, and I can use that excuse all I want, but I think you're in this moment of, I don't want to say depression, but you don't really have a will to be like, yay, let's go and get fresh foods and make dinner. You're just kind of like, life stinks. Let's order pizza. So I really need to get working on that. I do plan on doing the Whole30 here in January to jumpstart my new lease on life. So I will be doing that again. I really enjoyed it the last time I've done it. And you'll see more of that in my 2021 goals. So then my last goal of 2020 was to read London, which I did, and that was fantastic. Best buddy read of the year for sure. I read that with Laura over at Book Bubbler, and it was the best experience. We did it for a year long. It's like 1,200 page book, and we really took our time, and it was just fantastic. And we have some reviews of that. We haven't yet done the second half of the book for reviews, simply because it's just hard to get together. We do live about an hour and 45 minutes apart, but with the weather now, with snow, it's harder to travel. So we are pausing on that. So you may see that sometime in the spring. Okay, so the moment you've all been waiting for, Danny, what are your 2021 goals? So very similar to last year, but a few tweaks here and there. So my number one goal for 2021 is my Goodreads goal. So last year, like I said, it was 100 books. This year, I'm going to up it a little bit and do 150 books. But within that, I have a few pieces that I really want to touch on. I want to for sure read 75 of my own books. I want to read books that are on my own TBR so that I can get them off of these TBR shelves and over to my Read shelves. Also with that, I want to read about 50 audiobooks, 25 graphic novels, 20 nonfiction book. I'm not a nonfiction reader, so 20 nonfiction books is going to be interesting, but I think doable. And then 75 physical books. So I want to just make sure that I am physically reading about 75 of those 150 books. So that shouldn't be hard, but I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't doing all audiobooks or all graphic novels or all ebooks or whatever for that 150. I wanted to make sure that at least half were physical books. My second goal for 2021 is to do Plan With Me. So I did buy a bullet journal, and I would like to use that. Over the summer of 2020, I was using a planner that was more of an agenda planner. So it was more or less just writing down, what I wanted to do each day. This bullet journal will keep me more on pace, as well as documenting everything that I have read, what I felt about it, all of those things, because I will be actually rating my books differently this year, and there will be a video to come on that. Along with that Plan With Me, and you'll see that when I start the Plan With Me's, is I'm going to be starting like a bingo for each month, and it will include different kinds of books. You'll see more of that later. My third goal for 2021 is to do more buddy reads. Now, last year I did buddy reads, and some I had more in 1 month and some I had less in 1 month. I want to try to make just 2 buddy reads per month because I'm able to keep up with that a little bit easier, and I want to make sure that each of my buddy reads feels special. So I am limiting that to 2. I already have a couple of buddy reads scheduled, and if you are interested in buddy reading with me, just let me know and we'll see if we have any matching books, and we will read, select our month, and go from there. My 4th goal kind of goes along with that buddy reading goal. I do want to try to join more read-alongs. I'm really bad about doing that. There's so many different criteria for each read-along, and then I go, I'm overwhelmed and I can't do it. So I would really like to try to do one of the read-alongs this year where they create the little maps and then you have to do a book from each of those. I think that'd be super fun. I'm just really bad about preparing for that. So that's one of my goals. Editor Danny here. I totally forgot to mention a subsect of my readathons and buddy reads is my live shows. I forgot to mention my live shows. So in a previous video, I asked about live shows and I asked about my book reorganization, and it was very much a consensus that I need to schedule my live shows. So I have decided to do a live show or a live chat. I don't know why I keep calling it a show, like I'm doing tricks or something, but I will do a live chat of some kind, a live video, every 3rd Saturday of the month, unless a holiday falls on that, and then I'll rearrange it. I will also, do random lives, but I will definitely do a scheduled live every 3rd Saturday so that those of you out there who might not see Instagram as often, where I kind of just say, oh yeah, I'm going live today, are able to see those live shows and know that they're coming every 3rd Saturday. So what do you think, Kingston? Do you think that's a good idea? Okay, so back to our regular programming. My number 5 goal is more reviews. Now, I do the rapid reviews. Those are not going away. Those will stay. But I want to do more videos that are dedicated book reviews. I am here on BookTube to talk about books, and sometimes I feel like the content that I'm putting out is more fun and interactive and isn't necessarily all about the books. So I do want to continue to do the fun stuff, but I also want to make sure that I am contributing to the booktube community by giving more book reviews. Number 6 is the series of unfortunate events. I want to finish that series. Now, like I said before, I have read these series before when they first came out. I've read them, but I wanted to reread them, and I wanted to do vlogs, and I wanted to show you the companion pieces. So this summer, I'm going to do the summer of a series of unfortunate events and get these last couple books finished and vlogged for you. My last goal that includes something for my channel is my subscriber count. This year I am really hoping to hit that milestone of 1,000 subscribers. I think that would just be so amazing. And from what I've heard, once you hit 1,000 subscribers, YouTube algorithm really starts to help you out and start reaching out to more and more people, and I just would love to connect with more of you out there. I'm so thankful for all of the subscribers that I currently have, and I just hope to grow this community more and more. So my goal for 2021 is to reach 1,000 subscribers. Now on to 3 personal goals for myself and my home. The first one being that weight loss goal. So like I said in 2020, I am not obsessed with a number as far as weight. I am more lifestyle, feeling good, and making sure that I can fit in my pants. So I would like to again, try my Whole30 and get a jump start into the new year, feeling good and choosing better choices. So I'm really hoping that I can banish away that extra 25 pounds that 2020 gave me and move on to a healthier lifestyle. The second personal goal that I have there, now that I'm married and I am now a two-income household, so to speak, I really would like to start budgeting better, paying off debts, planning for trips, and retirement. And my last 2021 goal is something that I really find is important for any marriage, and that is to have a date night. It's really easy to fall into the usual falling asleep on the couch and calling that a date, but I really think it's important for my husband and I to stay close and remain what we are, which is best friends, and be able to have that alone time of just chatting over a nice meal. I know COVID kind of has made a little bit of a kink in that, but there's lots of other things we can do, take a walk, or, do other things that, still are us on our own and just simply enjoying ourselves together. So I would like to be sure to do at least one date night a month that we can really just be with each other. So those are all of my goals for 2021. Tell me, what goals do you have for 2021? Do you make bookish goals and personal goals? Do you only make personal goals? How was 2020 compared to 2021 goals? Were they similar or different? I'd love to hear from you in the comments. So until next time, I hope you are reading something great, taking care, and staying safe. And as always, you know how it goes. Happy reading. Bye. Next time on Spenelli Speaks. And what a perfect book to read on New Year's.